motherfuckers. Joker on the blue. Yo, what's up, y'all? Party people in the building, what's happening tonight, y'all? How y'all feeling? Team Chronicler, Team Guardian, I see you in the building. FTC Vice, Cupid Guts, Tube Chronicles, I see you in the building, Trey. Salute. Tay from VA, I see you in here. That's right. Y'all see what's going on in the background? This is really some bullshit, y'all. Why the fuck are we jinxed? Why are the Knicks jinxed? Why are the Knicks and the Brooklyn Nets why we jinxed? I'm starting to feel like this shit, like somebody done preyed on us, man. Do y'all remember back in the days when the Brooklyn Nets first started out? We was trash. Trash. Yeah. Shout out to Artist Mars. But in time, we had a squad that was unstoppable. Griffin, Kyrie, Robinson, Harden, Dinwiddie. Come on, man. Don't you notice this shit is just seem like it's about the Knicks and the Nets? Number one, out the blue, they just wanted to trade James Harden. That nigga single-handedly was responsible for us going to the playoffs 2 years back to back. Then they want to trade him. I'm starting to think it was because of his goddamn beard. I'm starting to think they did that to him because he wouldn't cut his beard, because you know they want the Negro to look clean, cut, and shaven. Then they just what? Out the blue, shitted on Kyrie. They just shitted on him. They just shitted on Kyrie for nothing. They fined him. They fucked it up for his motherfucking Nike endorsement. Well, they tried to. Then because he went and did some research on his actual Hebrew name, which is Kyrie, and made a statement on it, and didn't want to get the vaccination, that deadly mark of the beast. That's what the mark of the beast is, but we ain't going to get into that. They try to blow his head off. This shit is killing me. From the Knicks, remember back in the days, y'all, my beloved grandfather passed away May 13th, 1995. I'll never forget this shit. We were in North Carolina, and after my grandfather's funeral, there was a Knicks game, and we was in the playoffs. If y'all remember this was 1995, and we was going to the playoffs. This is not one of the years Michael Jordan destroyed us. This is the year that Reggie Miller destroyed us. If y'all remember that ironic play, this nigga scored 11 points in like about 4.7 seconds. He got the inbound, shot the three, got the steal, came back, shot the three, came back down. They missed the shot, got the rebound. He got fouled. We got Artis Morrison in the building, y'all. Salute. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Artis Morrison. And matter of fact, make sure y'all subscribe to Cupid Guts too. Make sure the little sis get right. We all trying to get right. They got enough money for everybody. Remember we had the dream team with New York Knicks? Latrell Sprewell, Anthony Mason. Allen Houston, John Starks, Stephon Marbury. Remember all that? Charles Oakley. To this day, Charles Oakley can't even go into the Knicks arena. Did a lot of people notice that he can't even go into the Knicks arena? Because Charles Oakley done punched a bunch of niggas in the fucking face. Did y'all know that? And I started this off wrong. How was y'all day? To everybody in the building, did y'all have a good, peaceful day? I know you're alive unless somebody got y'all cell phone and y'all in here trolling. So praise the Lord for that. But how was y'all day? Everybody chilling? What y'all sipping on? I was a little stressed out because we destroyed the Cleveland Cavaliers the other night. Do you see what happened to the Knicks tonight, y'all? HR, salute, gangster. Do y'all see what happened to the New York Knicks tonight, man? And thank you, Tay from VA. Another day alive, another day free. I'm going to put it up in the chat right quick. Another day alive, another day free, y'all. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me, y'all? What are they doing to us? Is New York Sodom and Gomorrah? That's why we have so much bad luck with our sports teams. Let's go for the Rangers. You know the Rangers, they made it to the Stanley playoffs tonight against the New Jersey Devils. You know I'm a diehard New York fan. I told y'all that, from the Giants to the Jets, from the Yankees to the Mets, to the Islanders, to the Rangers, to the Brooklyn Cyclone, to the New York Liberty, to the New York Giants, to the New York Knicks, to the Brooklyn Nets, everything NY. Oh yeah, Trays, I saw that shit. I saw it, Trey. And then I shout out to Eve. Shout out to the Eve James podcast. Make sure y'all go subscribe. She's back on. We got great grandson in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to great grandson that we were building. Y'all watched it. Remember we was in there, G's. Great grandson is in the building. I remember Respectfully, I'm not talking to anybody. I'm talking about lessons. I don't care about all the other shit. I remember when they brought up the situation about knowledge. Knowledge, the first thing about knowledge is knowing that that's one, man, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man, woman, and child. Knowledge is really knowing the understanding of who you are and what you're supposed to be and knowing the ledge of what you're not supposed to cross. Knowing the ledge of what you're not supposed to cross, meaning knowing the line within yourself that you are not supposed to cross that could bring you what? Death, imprisonment, homelessness. But you know, we ain't gonna get into that. We could do that another day. We could do that another thing. Like I always said, sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to do what, y'all? Coexist within. Everything that exists has to first coexist from within. Everything that is formed has to be what? Formulated from something. But that's another show. I might get on that on Sunday. We might build on that on Sunday. You know? Do we got any Knicks or Brooklyn Nets fans in the house? I know great grandson here, so I ain't got to ask him. We got artists in the building. I'm kind of sketchy. I don't know. Artists might be a Golden State fan. Yo, FTC, are you a Knicks fan or a Nets fan? You my man. We family. Be honest with me. We can talk about this. We can talk about this because I'm a Knicks fan to the day I die. From Bernard King, from Earl of Pearl Monroe. But when they put them Brooklyn Nets downtown, Brooklyn, and I didn't have to get on the train, all I had to do was go to the Barclay, I was in love. FTC Vice said, nah, Dice. Tate from VA said he a Lakers fan. Well, he said he's a LeBron fan, so I respect that. I respect that. You know, I've always known about Kyrie Irving, but I didn't care about him when he was with Cleveland. And unfortunately, now that he's with the Dallas Mavericks, I don't give a fuck about him neither. As far as in basketball terms, pertaining to my loyalty to the Brooklyn Nets, nothing else. I love Kyrie as far as his character, his message, what he stands for. I fuck with that. But he's no longer a Brooklyn Net. Just like Harden. You notice the Brooklyn Nets went and got back Dinwiddie. They went and spent that bread and got that nigga back after, first of all, why did y'all let Dinwiddie go? Y'all just embarrassed him by letting him go. Now you had to go back and spend that bread because when you let him go, he's kept shining. Shout out to the New York Knicks. The underdog. Remember, everybody gave up on Derrick Rose because of what? Y'all remember? Why did they give up on Derrick Rose? One of the nicest basketball players ever. Why did they give up on Derrick Rose? Because of his knee. His knee. His knee popped out, and everybody thought that he would never come back from such a horrific injury. Remember that night he came back and dropped 50 on Halloween? How many people seen the night when Derrick Rose dropped 50 on Halloween? Let me see how many people in here pay attention to Derrick Rose. Anybody seen that night? Because I'm going to ask y'all a very important question about that night. Y'all remember when he dropped 50? Did you see the replay on the news when he was talking to the news reporter about him dropping 50? Did you notice what he was doing? Tears was running down his eyes. This is an NBA. That's right. When he was with the Timberwolves. This is an NBA millionaire, multi-millionaire basketball player known throughout the world, validated, could walk around to any club and spend some money And a chick is going home with him. That's Derrick Rose. Anybody in here remember that night the tears came down his eyes? Anybody remember that? Because remember, they used to tease Big Dice. Oh, he on YouTube, he cried. They thought that was some type of indication of a man being weak. I remember him crying that night. I remember him crying, and what he said was he couldn't even talk. He said, this for the people that just wrote me off. He wasn't crying because he wanted to kill nobody. He wasn't even crying because he had beef with nobody. He was crying because it took for him to drop 50 points after being traded to this team and traded to this team and played with on this team and played with on this team. Because you notice when every team got him, they said, don't worry about it. We're going to stick by you. We know your potential. We know who you are. But what happened? He didn't get into the swing of things, had another surgery, and everybody benched him and traded him off. Look what he did, y'all. Look what he's doing now. Still got one of the wickedest first steps I've ever seen in the game. It's only one person I've seen with a first step faster than him, and that's my man Skip to Malou, Rafer Alston. Never seen nobody with a first step like Skip to Malou. That nigga got a first step that'll bust your ass. Let me tell y'all why I can't be a LeBron James fan. Do I like his leadership role? Yes. Do I like his basketball game? Yes. Do I love his shot? One of the purest forms I've ever seen in the league. Do I know he can score the basket? Do I know he can make the team win? Yes. But one thing also I know about him, he ain't loyal. He not loyal, y'all. He's for sale. Remember, he left. Remember, he started out in Cleveland because he's from Akron, Ohio. Let's walk with this. He started out with Cleveland. Unfortunately, Cleveland wasn't doing too well. So what did he do? He jumped ship and went to Miami. Pay attention to him. Miami wasn't doing too well because D Wade and him wasn't getting along. I pay attention to all this shit, y'all. And what he do? He went back to Cleveland. That's when they printed all them shirts with his face inside of the Lion King. And that's what they were saying on the shirts. LeBron James, the Lion King. Because he always lying. Number one, if he would have stuck with like Michael Jordan. It took Michael Jordan 7 years to get a ring with Chicago. It took Michael Jordan 7 years for him to get his first ring with Chicago. You know how many teams wanted Michael Jordan? You know how much money they offered Michael Jordan? But he said, nah, man, I'm fucking with Pat Riley. His coaches ever that did what? Made the New York Knicks be legendary. They made Pat go from New York to Miami to Chicago. Y'all don't remember this shit? Mike said, nah. Excuse me, not Pat Riley, Phil Jackson. Excuse me, y'all, Phil Jackson. He told Mike, don't leave. He said, I'm going to put a squad together. They gave him Kukoc down low, Bill Cartwright, Steve Kerr, B.J. Armstrong, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Paxton. They loaded that nigga. I just said FTC. No, I said Artis Morrison might be a Golden State fan. FTC said Splash Brothers. I ain't mad at him. I'm not mad at him. I'm a Curry fan. Excuse me. I'm a Clay fan. I'm not a Stephen Curry fan. I keep telling y'all I think too much. Walk with me for a minute. Number one, everybody was talking about Steph Curry until what? Klay started coming out there bugging. Klay started bugging. Bing, 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 bing. Bing, 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 bing. They ain't never start out the Splash Brothers. They was talking about Steph Curry. When Klay came out there and started letting them niggas know, yo, I'm a shooting guard. I'm a professional also. Let me show you what I do. They started calling them the Splash Brothers. I really fuck with this shit, y'all. And shout out to my man, Innovate, man. Where is he at? Where is he at, man? I need you, Innovate. Come on up here, man. Because you told me something we talked about, which was God, that I didn't know. And like I told y'all, Still Sharp and Still, I love a great debate. Y'all remember that movie by Denzel Washington? Have anybody in here ever saw that movie called The Great Debaters? Come on, y'all. I know somebody saw this movie. Has anybody in here saw the Denzel Washington movie called The Great Debaters? Yo, Big Trays, let me tell you something. If you got a Fire Stick, Trays, when you get off this live tonight, yo, Tay from VA, anybody in here that got a Fire Stick or a smart TV or Amazon, you can pull it up on. Listen to me, y'all. Y'all fuck with me, right? Long time ago. FTC Vice said long time ago. Y'all fuck with me, right? Please go watch this show. I would ask my man Tube Chronicles to play it on the Tube Chronicles, but they gonna blow it off the minute they come on. That's Denzel Washington, man. Star-studded cast. Chill Will, I see you in the building. So all my Boricuas, mirata, meyoko, mirata. Y'all don't know nothing about that. That's how old I am, Chill Will. Mirata, meyoko. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all had to be from a different era to understand what I was just saying. Chill Will, tell them who we are, baby. We from a different era, man. And Chill Will, you my brother from another mother. Matter of fact, don't worry about it. All of y'all from the Nile River, when y'all come back to the next show, I got a surprise for y'all. Just look at the back of y'all name when y'all pull up. I owe y'all that. I owe y'all that. Big Trays, Chill Will, Black to the P, Wax AP, Eve James, Guard the Brand, Cuba the Bronx. I owe y'all that. I owe y'all that. I'm going to always fuck with y'all. Like I said, real going to always recognize real, man. A lot of people try to pick at me over the situation and the decisions I make. Chill Will and them. So help me God. Y'all don't really know how much that shit touched my heart. I don't give a fuck how a nigga feel, y'all. I give niggas flowers. I give niggas flowers. I'm dead ass serious. I give niggas flowers. My man Chill Will said, this nigga got me down here in my motherfucking boxes. He said, yo, you make the whole Hispanic race look bad. Shout out to the whole Aurora family. Y'all see my man Mush in here the other day? Mush. 1981, that's my motherfucking best, one of my best friends. Shout out to the whole Aurora family. These people didn't speak nothing but fluent Spanish when I used to come to their house. True story from Sterling Place. Shout out to everybody. Tata, Liz, Mikey, Big Ed, Birdo, Mr. Aurora, Miss Aurora. They spoke nothing but Spanish. When I came in there one day, let me tell you something why Mr. Aurora started fucking with me. He had a picture of Roberto Clemente on the wall. I said, damn, that's a nice picture of Roberto Clemente because it was a hand-drawn picture. I never heard Mr. Aurora speak English. That man looked at me and said, how you know who that is? I said my grandfather loved baseball. My grandfather always talked about Roberto Clemente. I've never heard him speak Spanish after that. Never heard him speak Spanish after that. Real recognize real. And I didn't even know about. Shout out to Cupid Guts. I didn't even know about that shit. Shout out to Cupid Guts, y'all. Make sure y'all go subscribe to Cupid Guts. You know why I say go subscribe to her? Because Cupid Guts said on Cupid the Bronx, she said, you know Big Dice, right? She said, I feel so bad because I started this. She said, I somewhat was kind of flirting because I thought he was a good guy. I even offered to take him to Burger King. See, when a person takes accountability for something that they did or thought they did, that speaks in volumes with me. Because she didn't do anything. She a young girl. She seen somebody. She was attracted to him. She made her shot. She found out, in her opinion, in my opinion, and a few other opinions, that dude has a lot of issues that I think that he needs to address. Shout out to Chill Will, because Chill Will said, Big Dice tried to give you a motherfucking shot. I tried. Because I too have a son. Even though the relationship with me and my son is so different, certain things I do not have to worry about my son. I've told my son since he was a little boy, yeah, your father is tough, but don't put me in a position where I have to prove how tough I am. You know, somebody can kill you. Yeah, I'm going to go kill everybody involved, but I don't want nobody to kill you. Try acting accordingly and respect everyone. I told him, remember what your grandmother taught you. My mother always told me, the same respect that you give to a lion, give that same respect to a bunny rabbit. If that goes over your head, some people know that if you fuck with a lion, he will rip you from pieces to pieces. But some people know if they stomp the ground at a bunny rabbit, it's gonna run. Check out this new video. I ain't going nowhere. Shout out to y'all, man. And shout out to Trades. Y'all see what Trades said? I told AP when you was involved with certain people, this nigga too real for them. Not trying to start nothing, but it's true. I seen how you was coming before I met you. Shout out to Big Dice. You heard what he said, y'all? Before he met me. I ain't even gonna get into certain shit, but he ain't talking about YouTube, man. Trey's been in my presence in the crib, in my face. Ain't nothing fake about that, man. And I'm trying to tell y'all to pay attention to what I'm saying to y'all. Wax AP, shout out to Wax AP and Trey's. Them niggas not YouTubers, y'all. Listen to this. Look at the sincerity in my eyes. That nigga, Trey's ain't no regular nigga, y'all. Just that nigga, one of the most humble, respectful people I've ever met in my life. But you can't take people humbleness and respect for a weakness, man. Some people are humble and so respectful because they know the catastrophes and the horrific things they gonna do once agitated, man. So they try to walk in peace, such as myself, man. It's an old time saying, once you jump off the roof, you can't pause in midair and go back to the roof. Once I jump off the roof, I'm ready to die. But I got too much to live for, y'all. So the ignorant ways I was when I was younger, when I confronted everything that I thought was supposed to be confronted, I'm no longer like that. I'm so proud of me, man. And if I don't know nothing else, I know my mother proud of me. My mother used to tell me, you better learn how to calm yourself down because I'm not going to be here forever. Please make sure y'all tell y'all children this, and make sure if y'all haven't been doing this from this day forth, please prepare your children for your death. Whether it's by natural causes, whether it's by a gunshot, whether it's by an accident, please sit up and have conversations with your children that are comprehensive enough to understand about your death. These are things that you have to do. Y'all are now in Big Dice 101. These are things that the great Sharon McLeod did for me that I didn't want to hear, but she said it so much to me over the years. When my mother actually passed away, everything that she said to me was already locked into my computer. The first thing you're going to have to do as a parent, get a decent life insurance policy. Let's work. The first thing you have to do as a parent, get a decent life insurance policy. All life insurance policies aren't like the ones you hear. Yeah, they have life insurance policies for $500,000 and $1 million and $2 million and so forth and so forth. But you don't, first of all, my mother was so smart. She got 2 life insurance policies. I got to put a picture up for this one. Fuck that. I got to put a picture up for this one. This woman right here was so smart, y'all. My beautiful, beloved mother, I miss her so much. Oh, I miss you so much. This woman right here was so smart. She had 2 life insurance policies. So pay attention. Make sure you have the life insurance policy, at least 1 or 2 or 3. And I'm going to tell you the advantages of having more than 1 life insurance policy for those of the people that can afford this. My mother knew that I was in the street. She knew I was taking certain risks that unfortunately she never knew that if she passed away, if I would be physically alive or free to take care of her funeral arrangements if she passed, because I'm my mother's only child. Thank you, Trace. It's the reason why it's good to have two insurance policies, because you have to estimate the annual totality and cost of a funeral in the day and time when your loved one passed away. What it took for me to bury my mother in 2002 was $11,000. It's going to be way more than that now. My Uncle Thomas just passed away 3 years ago. They spent $28,000. What I mean by this is when you have insurance policies and you go to get your loved one buried and you go to funeral homes, there are things that they're going to charge you for. The first thing they're going to charge you for, they're going to ask you, do you want your family or loved one cremated, meant burnt to ashes and put in the urn? Or do you want a casket? Caskets go anywhere from $4,000 to $250,000. Now you have to pay for the casket. You have to pay for the presentation, meaning the complimentary flowers that they throw in, the satin baskets and things that they put around, saying your name and everything of the loved ones, the service of the pallbearers that work for the funeral company, transporting your body from one room to another just for presentation. They charge you for the presentation of making your loved ones look best as they can to alive. They charge you for the burial, because usually the funeral home has a crew of people that will go dig up the area where you want your loved one put. They charge you for the transportation from your loved one from the funeral home. Check this out. The funeral home is usually known just for viewings, meaning waits. A quick 2 hours, people could come in and leave and sign a book. They will charge you for that. Then they will charge you if you have a personal church in your home where you want to be buried. They're going to charge you to transfer your body from that funeral home to your church, because once you make that deal with whatever funeral home it is, once they have that insurance policy, they are in charge of the remains. So what my mother did is she said, just in case I may be arrested or unfortunately deceased, the first insurance policy was just for $15,000 for burial of my mother. And the second insurance policy she had for me, which is her child, and that's an undisclosed amount. So she was double prepared anyway. Even if I was home, yes, I was. Even if I was alive to bury her, yes, I was. She didn't even want me to go into the money that she left me on a personal insurance policy for my well-being. She had another insurance policy set to the side just for her last expenses. So my mom's paid for herself to be buried. Pay attention. The only thing I did was transferred funds from a bank account electronically to a funeral home that she paid for years before she passed away. This is how much she loved me. My mother didn't pass away with the stress or worryation or what if my son is in jail? What if my son is dead? What if he is home? What if he don't have no money? What if he's not getting no money? What if he didn't get a job by then? Maybe he didn't change his life. What if he was hustling? What if he... She ain't make me go through none of that shit. She had this shit prepared, y'all. Hazel Eyes, salute. Brooklyn is in the motherfucking building. She had this prepared. You see what Trey said? He said, I got 100 on my daughter and 200 on me. Shout out to Hazel Eyes, straight from the hood. I'm ready to do the Hazel Eyes story. I'm ready to do the Hazel Eyes story. Y'all don't know her story, man. And Hazel Eyes, I apologize what happened the other night. I meant to hit you up on the DM because I know why that happened. And you know why that happened. Shout out to you. You're always going to be my sister. Shout out to Rudy Lowe. My man Rudolph. Ain't too many people can say his name without getting punched in the face. That's how much we go back. Ain't too many people can say Damon, my name, without getting punched in the face. Because we didn't play that saying niggas government shit back in the days. We didn't scream niggas governments. And don't y'all forget, tomorrow is Wednesday night. I'm doing the thumbnail in the morning. Tomorrow is ladies' night. We're going to have our sisters up here showing us how we're going to get this shit right and how we're going to get this shit a little more tight with us. We're going to let our women come up here and talk to us about the things that's bothering them. The lack of communication between us and our women. The lack of responsibility. When our women want to go out, we feel as though we don't want to watch the children. That's one of the stupidest shits I've ever heard. I got dudes and friends and family members that told me, yo, son, I ain't going out tonight because I got to babysit. How the fuck you got to babysit your child? I don't fuck with niggas like that. I don't fuck with niggas that say they got to babysit their own children. That should be an honor. God gave you life that you created in the image of you, and you feel as though that's a nuisance. I hate niggas like that. I hate niggas that always want to be in the club, but when they homegirl call and be like, bitch, let's go out and get a drink, you want to start a fight with the bitch. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas that always depend on a woman to keep your appearance up. I hate you niggas. I hate you niggas. And we're going to let the women come up tomorrow and tell us what they like and what they dislike about us. I know the real niggas going to pull up. As a man, don't you want to know the best thing you can do to keep peace between you and your woman, you and your loved one? I think the best information we can get is from knowledgeable, respectful, mature women. See, all women aren't respectful and mature. And just because you have a vagina does not mean you're a woman. Just like all dudes are not grown and men. Just because you have a dick don't mean you're a man. Respectfully. Just because you can make a baby don't make you no man. The man is going to stand there and go through the stress. The man is going to stand there and support his woman so strong that the kids is going to love the fact that the man is just in the house. I got family members that their kids get sad when their fathers come home. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I got family members that kids, when I'm at the house playing cards with my cousins and them, and they fathers come home, I don't even fuck with their fathers like that. I just breaks out. I fuck with my cousins, though. I got family members that little cousins be crying, be wanting to leave with me. Don't be wanting me to leave. Can't stand their own fathers. You can't hide nothing from babies and animals. You cannot hide anything from babies and animals. Babies and animals see spirits. They see trouble. You know, sometimes a baby could be sitting up laughing, somebody come in the room and that baby just starts hollering and screaming and crying, looking at them. If we get our women up here on this stage, y'all, and be truthful with them, they can be truthful with us. Brenda Cortez, which one you talking about, girl? Are you talking about the Nets or are you talking about the Knicks? And I appreciate you for pulling up at the Big Dice Chronicles. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, hit that bell notification. And you came just in time because tomorrow night, we'd be more than happy if you come back in attendance and participate through the crowd or pull up on the chat because tomorrow it's going to be ladies' night on the Big Dice Chronicles. We're going to start hearing our women. To the real dudes that recognize real when they see it, listen to me. It's time for us to start hearing, paying attention, hearing, paying attention, and acting on what our women ask of us. She said all New York teams, girl. So you know what, you family over here. I just said that earlier, all New York teams too. We're going to have to start hearing our women. We're going to have to start opening our mouths. You know what? Let me tell you something, women. It's a lot of men that our comprehension skills aren't as they appear to be. Just because a nigga can sell drugs and protect you don't mean he know how to comprehend what you're expressing to him verbally because of a lack of education or definition of certain words. Some men have this ego. Instead of saying, yo, I don't know what you was talking about. Could you explain that to me? Could you break that down in a simple form or a simplified form? Niggas will sit there shaking their head. There's no such thing as a dumb question. If you don't know something and you know someone that actually knows what you don't know and it interests you, why not ask them to make you a little more informative on it? We done got to the fact where we so motherfucking mad at each other, we won't even ask each other for help anymore. Everybody doesn't need help financially. Some people just need somebody to talk to. And then it's like a vice versa. Some people that need money financially are the greatest listeners. Certain rapports are built when people really take off the disguises and the costumes and just let people know who they're dealing with. When I was in the street running around doing what certain people may consider as gangster shit, I had on a costume, y'all. I adapted to a costume that I created because of circumstances that I knew I was around. I come from a loving family that made sure there was dinner every Sunday night. Mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. I came from family reunions where our families took the time to put their money together over the years so we could come together and form in festivity and show each other how much we appreciate each other and we thank the fact that we're alive. We're not even doing family reunions like we used to. First of all, the first reason why people said they stopped doing family reunions is because of the pandemic. The pandemic been over. Why people ain't coming out telling people how much they love them no more? Why people not coming out talking to them old timers, getting all them jewels from them old timers? That's where the hidden treasures are, y'all. The stubborn old people that you have no time for, that's where the jewels at. The old timer that's living off a fixed check, living off of SSI check, living off a pension check, Don't you know them Jews right there? These are people that's telling you they did productive things. They paid enough money into Social Security where they're getting a check after they retire. They gave enough time to a quote unquote company where they're receiving a pension. See, when you do a certain amount of time with a company, when you retire from a company, 20 years and stuff like that, they have to do what? Give you a loyal obligation of taking care of you the rest of your life because of what? You have a custom of lifestyle because you've worked with them for 20 years. So after you're 20 years up and you no longer have physical employment, they have institutionalized you to a certain lifestyle and a certain financial well-being. So it's their obligation to show you loyalty for the 20 years or 20 years plus of outstanding service that you contributed to their company. Make sure y'all know what y'all doing. Get into a company that will let you invest into their company with a 401k plan. You can put as little as 3% down from each check. I recommend put 10% down. For instance, if your check is $550, $55 out of each check, throw that into your motherfucking 401k. If your shit is $700, $800, $1,000, 10%, whatever is the 10% domination of whatever your weekly gross is or whatever your bi-weekly gross is, take 10% of your bi-weekly gross and throw that into your 401k and let that shit build up. And like Hazel Eyes said, before you get the pension, the 401k, the retirement plan, you have to keep a job. You have to keep steady employment legally. You could work a job for 25 years off the books. They ain't got to do a motherfucking thing for you. The sad part about it is a lot of people that work off the books, they don't have health care. Do you know after a certain age, when you turn 40, your eyes start fucking with you, start going blind? Like the women, your titties start falling, niggas, your dick stop working because you're getting old. And when you're getting old, that's what your personal doctor that you had supposed to have been going to for years has built a rapport with you to can tell you everything that's going wrong with your body. Y'all don't want me to talk about this, do y'all? Because I really, really, really like telling y'all the truth. I love telling y'all the truth. And I love the real that pull up. Thank you, Chill. He said knowledge is the key. Teach, Dice. He said talk. FTC said talk. Hazel said, Dice, you know some people don't invest in 401k plans, life insurance, all these things can borrow from people. That's a fact, y'all. Uh-oh. Thank you. I forgot about that, Hazel Eyes. To make sure, do me a favor. Please bring that intelligence tomorrow night. You are so much more than beauty. See, that's the part about y'all. Y'all look at some of our women because of their silhouette or their appearance. Respectfully, that's cool. Everybody wants somebody that's going to compliment them. But what you better start looking for is someone that completes you. Someone that strengthens you in your weaknesses and you strengthen them in their weaknesses. Am I talking? Like my man said, there's no longevity in silhouette, meaning there ain't no relationship in a fat ass or some good dick. There is longevity in a person that relates to you and watch you turn from a young, strong bull to an older bull. There is longevity in a person that'll remind you got to go to your doctor's appointment. There is longevity in your woman or your man that's telling you, baby, you know it's time to take that medication. That's longevity, y'all. Longevity is when you lose somebody that your spouse met through you and it destroys you just like it destroys them. That's longevity. Y'all ain't got nobody that y'all been together so long. Certain friends y'all built rapport with because you know they're good for your woman or they know they're good for their man. And then God forbid, by the written scriptures of Allah, they left here and you haven't cried like a baby like you knew them just as long as the person that introduced you to him. It's so much beautiful, good people on YouTube. But y'all are overlooked because of the wickedness that's on YouTube. There are so much genuine, beautiful human beings on YouTube. But unfortunately, some people's lives are such at a standstill. Boredom, depression, and misery has overtaken their mind. So certain things like watching an old couple walk down the street or watching an old couple in a restaurant that you know been together 40, 50 years. This the shit, right? Yo, that shit brings, yo, do you know how I feel when I see an old couple? You know they've been together 40, 50 years plus, and that man is still treating that woman, and that woman is still treating that man like the first time they met 40, 50 years ago. Sky Swipe, I see you in the building, baby. Decep, love. Yo, you know how much that shit turns me to fuck on to see two people love theyself to eternity? See, I'm from a different era. My family say he may be a piece of shit or she may be a piece of shit, but they my piece of shit, and you gonna leave them alone. That's why I'm so protective and hard on people that come over here. Nobody in here, I could ever hear nobody disrespect y'all, and I could ride with it. Are you crazy? FTC Vice, I remember FTZ, yo, he fucked with me so long, and FTC fucked with me. FTC Vice was the first one that asked me to pray for his mother, which I'm still praying for every day. Shout out to Drop Guard yesterday that said, Dice, I waited for you to go live. I'm going through something. My pops is on the last days. Pray for me. Yo, y'all know what that shit mean to me, y'all? Because a lot of people are not under the spell of foolishness and buffoonery. If I tell you I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I tell you I pray for you, I pray for you. Ain't no fraudulence in my resume. That's my curse. Don't you know a real nigga curse is his heart to get him in trouble? Y'all don't know that? Y'all don't know that? Matter of fact, let me give this to the women too. Shout out to the real women. Let's rephrase that. Do you know a real person's problem is the love that they have in their heart? My love for my enemy is much more stronger than the hate they have for me. My love for my enemy, y'all, is much stronger than the hate they have for me. So imagine how much I love y'all. A lot of people won't catch that. My love for my enemy is much, much stronger than the hate they have for me. And let me explain. I hope I teach something to the people that's watching right now, to the people that, let me tell you something about who you may call your enemy. This don't go for everybody. These go for the good people that stand up every day trying to walk 10 toes down. When you have an enemy, understand that person is going through something mentally. Mentally. Because if you don't know a good person when you see one, if you don't know a good person when you see one, you fucked up. Just like if you don't know a bad person when you see one, you fucked up. You fucked up. The same way I am today, I've been all my life when it comes to a woman. Protective, responsible, very hard on. Hazel will tell you, all my homegirls in Brooklyn know, I'm not going to sit up and make y'all, I'm not going to be a part of y'all being no buffoon of yourself. If I fuck with you and you moving like a dumb broad, I'm going to tell you, check this out, you moving like a dumb broad. Because if I'm moving like a bitch ass nigga, my sisters and my brothers is going to go, yo, Dice, can I holler at you for a minute, my nigga? I don't know what's up with your resume today, but today you're moving like a fucking clown, nigga. Reboot yourself. That's what I want around me. Because your person that cares about you, they're not going to let you make a fool of yourself nowhere. They're going to check you when you're with them. So when you're not with them, you'll still be corrected in your mind because they had to check you. Fuck what a nigga that don't know about you say. When somebody that love you, slept at your house, know your mothers, fuck bitches with you, tell you moving like a sucker. Nigga, you moving like a sucker. To the women, that bitch that lied for you, your homegirl that quote unquote told your baby father, you know y'all going through some beef, that girl is in the room sleep, leave her alone, let her get her rest. She'll call you tomorrow when she wake up, when you know she was out with another nigga getting her back blown out. These are the motherfuckers you better appreciate. If I fuck with you, I fuck with you. If I fuck with you and somebody around me telling me they don't fuck with you, I'm going to do something to them. Then I'm going to call you and tell you I did something to somebody that said that they don't fuck with you. Maybe I'm just too real. I don't give a fuck if me and my man is arguing. If another nigga come up and go against my man, we going to jump him. Yeah. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to tell y'all the truth, man. I'm going to tell y'all the fucking truth. Y'all watching too much bullshit on YouTube. First of all, you're already watching too much bullshit on television. Break the word television down. Can anybody do it? Break the word television down. Can anybody do that? Television broke down as telling you lies through your vision. Simple things like a Chef Boyardee commercial. That's a fact, Trace. You know, the Chef Boyardee commercial will come up and tell you Chef Boyardee is the best motherfucking ravioli in the world. Ragu will come up and tell you they're the best fucking tomato sauce in the world. And that's pushed through television. That's pushed through television. Soap operas, web series, telling you lies through your vision. They're formulating stories. They have a team of actors to formulate a story and a dialogue for people to stay interested and intrigued. Y'all ain't seen enough of that bullshit on TV. Y'all still want that on YouTube? Y'all still want that on YouTube? Am I making any fucking sense to y'all? Niggas is cool fronting. Hazel Eyes know what I'm talking about. Y'all niggas is up here listening to niggas that's telling y'all they in the street getting money and they're not. But Hazel Eyes, let's keep that secret between me and you. Y'all up here listening to niggas talking about how they be in the street respected and walking with steppers. They don't. They don't. Y'all listen to niggas on YouTube that ain't never been sent to the store by a gangster. To the real niggas, overstand what I'm saying. Chill Will, Trays, FTC Vice, overstand what I'm saying. When you a young boy coming up in the street, them old time gangsters, they got the neighborhood under smash. They choose the niggas they gonna pass the torch to. You don't choose an old time gangster. An old time gangster gotta choose you. See, we admire. Sorry, y'all, I'm fixing my ace bandage. I sprained my ankle. We admire gangsters. We admire the big figures in our hood. But them big figures in the hood gotta say, yo, come here, young blood. Let me talk to you for a minute, nigga. Pull your pants up. Tie your shoes. Stop cursing so much. Stop flashing your money. Yo, stop shooting at niggas. That's what the old timers do. That's what the gangsters do, because they got to see something in you that reminds you of them when they were young and unguided, before they got to the statures that they are at now. And they know sooner or later they're going to have to pass that torch, man. The old timers don't stop hustling. The old timers, check this out, y'all. Can I give y'all some jewels? Are y'all ready for this? The old timers that's been in the game 20 years plus, they still got the plug. Because just like I told you, when you give a legal company 20 years, there's an obligation. They owe you something. A nigga been in the game 20 years. Check this out. A nigga been earning for niggas for 20 years. How dare you not give them niggas a package to sit back and chill with till the day they die? But them old timers can't be out on the street no more, tackling, running away from TNT, running away from the police and all that bullshit. They got to pick a youngin' or two to pass that work to. They got to pick a youngin' or two when they sitting out with them other old timers smoking on them cigars, looking at them young girls walk by, imagining what they could do to them because they dick don't work no more. They got to have a young gangster or two bringing that bread in, because they have done what? They have obtained and been institutionalized to a certain financial lifestyle. The nigga you see, quote unquote, sweeping up the corner store might own the whole fucking block. Shout out to Quabird from Rockaway and Rutland. If you know, you know. Shout out to the mighty Quabird from Rockaway and Rutland. Original shower posse member. Right down the block from Lincoln Terrace Park on Rockaway in Rutland. For those of y'all that know, you know. The nigga used to sit on the corner looking like a dead fucking bum. The nigga owned everything from Lincoln Terrace Park, the conjunction of Eastern Parkway and Rockaway, all the way around the corner on Rockaway to the train station. If anybody knows about Rockaway and Rutland and Sutter, there's a McDonald's on that block. So the mighty Quabird was getting real estate rent, legal rent from a McDonald's franchise. Ask about him. Sold nickel bags for years, allegedly. If you walk into the store, if you know who Quabird is, he had two. You remember they heard him? Quabird, the big Quabird. He had two African grays the minute you walked into a weed spot. Two African gray parrots. These African gray parrots was $20,000 a piece. When you walked into the weed spots, the bird said, "Jah," and the other one said, "Rastafari." I can't make this shit up. If you know, you know. The first bird, when you walked in the door, said, "Jah." The second bird, which is a female, used to go, "Rastafari." Quabert, 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 Quabert. Anybody know this shit? This ain't no lies. I don't wear no baseball caps. I've been around so much reality, I can't even play, y'all. I've been around so much reality, I can't even play, y'all. That's why people don't understand me. The real understand me. Shout out to Trays. Shout out to Chill Will. Shout out to Team Guardian. Shout out to Hazel Eyes. Shout out to everybody that pull up. Real gonna recognize real. See, the difference between being real and fake is fake can't recognize real. Here go another gem for y'all. Get your catches, man. Fake cannot recognize real, but real can recognize fake, y'all. Fake can't recognize real. But real can recognize fake. Did I make any sense just now? Just like a real nigga could check a bitch with a fake ass. That shit ain't real. Them bitches running around with them fake asses and them motherfucking implants. I respect y'all sisters because I wish y'all knew y'all beauty, but you look like you got a fucking tooth. That shit don't look right. That shit don't look right. You look like you got a tooth and some tights. The women with these breast implants, them shits look like oatmeal cookies. You know when your grandmother used to be back in the days, make the oatmeal too fucking thick and just throw the shit up on the goddamn pan. Them shits is thick, so them shits be burnt on the bottom and then it's just a hunk. Remember them shits used to look like pieces of shit, but they was oatmeal cookies? Women, that's what them titties look like. That shit ain't cool. That shit is not cool. That shit ain't cool. Like Bobby Brown said, don't be a fool. That's a fact. Y'all know them bitches is, excuse me, y'all know them women running around looking like they got teeth. Big ass teeth in tight jeans. I don't understand these lip implants. Motherfuckers is running around looking like death. Looking like death. They sewing their eyes up and shit like that. Bitches running around looking like Chinese motherfucking masks from the 5 Deadly Venoms. That shit ain't sexy to me, y'all. I guess I'm just too old. I need me a natural bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I guess I'm too goddamn old. That shit don't look right. This shit look right to y'all? Bitches running around looking like Oliver from Hoodies Up. Without glasses. Bitches is running around looking like Oliver from Hoodies Up. That shit ain't cool. I even heard about this shit the other day. I be watching this shit on Friday, y'all. Please watch this shit on Friday night on the WE channel. The shit is called Love After Lockup. The funniest shit ever on TV. Love After Lockup. They got bitches meeting niggas in jail or niggas meeting bitches in jail and marrying and trying to fuck with these bitches and they on television. The funniest shit in the world. Funniest shit in the world. Check this out. They had this nigga up there looking like he could have been Flavor Flav's son. This nigga looked like he was a fucking rattlesnake, a catfish crossbred with a gorilla. Yo, Yak, I see you. He had a woman, beautiful girl, looking Indian and shit, looking like some shit from Dubai. This bitch looking like a pack of now ladies. I ain't gonna front. He got a lawsuit in jail. I can't make this shit up, y'all. He got a lawsuit in jail where he sued the correction officers for assaulting him. So if I'm not mistaken, he got about maybe $100,000, $110,000. This dumb nigga told the lawyer, anytime this bitch go over there to get that bread, he gave her power of attorney over that money. Pay attention to the story. The first thing she bought was a diamond ring. I can't make this shit up. The second thing she bought was an off-white BMW. Can anybody tell me the last thing she bought that she spent $28,000 on? If you watch the show Love and Hip Hop, don't say nothing. I mean, Love After Lockup, don't say nothing. But can anybody tell me what she spent $28,000 on? They done went crazy with this surgery. Can anybody tell me what she spent $28,000 on? She spent $28,000. Yeah, it was on her body. Listen to this shit, FTC. You ain't even ready for this one. She didn't get her ass done. She didn't get her breast done. She didn't get her lips done. She didn't get her nose done. She got her vagina tightened. This woman spent $28,000 to get her vagina tightened. This bitch pussy was as big as a motherfucking computer screen. And she's about maybe 26. What, you been fucking since you was 10 months old? She had to been fucking since she got off baby food. She had to been fucking since Gerber, sweet peaches, or pears. How did you spend $28,000 to get your vagina tightened? I can't make this shit up. Love after lockup. This bitch pussy look like the screen up here, son. This bitch had a swimming pool pussy. Come on, man. To the niggas out there, if you got a, no, now I ain't gonna get into that conversation, but you know, a bitch got a swimming pool pussy, you can have a dick the size of a goddamn tree. If the bitch got a swimming pool pussy, y'all know what a swimming pool pussy look like. To the real niggas that's been around some vaginas, and some of you women watching and probably gonna watch, or you know what that is. It's some shit running around out here, y'all. It's some pussy out here looking like a Xerox machine. You ever seen a vagina, y'all, that look like a Xerox machine? A Xerox machine? A copy? Something that could copy you, nigga? I didn't see, yo, let me tell you something. They got pussies out here big as cell phones, big as a motherfucking iPhone 14 Pro Max. Big as an i14 Pro Max. That should be the first red flag. That's just like to the women. You know, you meet a nigga and his dick the size of a big lighter. Yeah, you know that women, when y'all meet them niggas, the nigga got a dick about the size of a big lighter, you be like, oh, I ain't fucking with this nigga. This nigga crazy. Fuck wrong with this nigga? Y'all start calling y'all homegirls, bitch, check this shit out. I done took a picture. It's coming to you. This nigga dead hard, dick looking like a big lighter. Size, width, and everything. You little dick niggas is gonna get offended from this conversation I'm having. Yeah. Respectfully. Blame your parents on this one. I come from a long line of big dick niggas. You dig what I'm saying? Respectfully. I didn't even mean to talk like that. Excuse for the women in here. Respect. I don't have them. A lot of niggas come from them little dick families. You know them black Koreans, like they said in Brooklyn? That nigga got a black Korean dick. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. I'm gonna read my Bible. This is crazy. This is really, really crazy. Shit. I ain't with that shit. This shit is insane. Yo, Hazel Eyes, she gonna talk about all these celebrities got them. It's similar to what certain African cultures do. So the vagina, I don't give a fuck about them African cultures. I don't want no bitch need a pussy soda. Respectfully, sis. If you need your pussy sewed up, you've been fucking too much. You don't need no more dick. Respectfully. If you got a pocket purse pussy, you don't need no more dick. If you women are walking around with a kangaroo pouch where your vagina is at, you don't need no more dick. You don't need no more dick. Leave that dick alone. You don't have enough dick. Focus on something else. Reading. Gymnastics or something. You know what I'm saying? Nah, the dick is over. Don't fuck with no more dick. Don't do that no more. This shit is incredible. She spent $28,000 to have her vagina tightened. Oh, niggas is doing that sucker shit too, y'all. There's niggas out here paying for shit. These niggas is wild, my nigga. These niggas is wild. Niggas is paying to get shit put in their dick, make the dick look long and all. These niggas is fucking clowns, my nigga. What the fuck is going on in people's minds? It ain't just the women, it's these niggas. Yo, it was one dude on Love and Lockup. Check this out. I can't make this up. The nigga bought an ass and a pussy. It didn't even have no head. Like, you know, niggas be buying them dolls, them blow up dolls. The nigga had a blow up ass. This shit had a vagina and an asshole. The shit was cut off. The legs was cut off. The shit looked like a motherfucking ColecoVision. The shit looked like a PlayStation 5 or some shit. And the girl found the shit in his closet. They recorded all this shit. Skinny nigga with a big goddamn head. His mother told him he was crazy. This nigga got a goddamn ass with no legs and no stomach in the goddamn closet. It had an ass and a pussy. They had scenes where the nigga would pull the shit out the closet and say, you know what we doing tonight, baby. This shit is weird. Weird shit. Weird shit. And a lot of that shit is on YouTube. Niggas is just not letting y'all know they doing this weird shit. You know, I believe it's niggas on YouTube sleeping with animals. The reason why I said that is there was just a case down here. I didn't even know this shit. I can't make this shit up. I forgot the name of the charge. If anybody knows the name of the charge, let me know. They just arrested a nigga down here in North Carolina, true story, that was working in one of the hog farms that was caught having sex with a pig. They took that nigga to jail. Took pictures of him and everything. It's on Mobile Patrol. They got this shit down here called Mobile Patrol. It's an app. It should be everywhere. It's called Mobile Patrol because it tells you the counties and the jails that's in your vicinity and everybody that's been locked up and what the fuck they've been locked up. This nigga was fucking a goddamn pig. A pig, oink, oink. You know, pork chops, ham, bacon, chitlins, pig feet, that type of shit. Nigga was fucking one of them. It's some weirdo shit going on, y'all. It's only room for 144,000. Everybody else, you're going to have to watch the ride or perish in hell. They told us all this shit. Y'all just didn't listen. Team Guardian, I love y'all. Salute. Bye.